So here is more of an up close of the backdraft barrel. Here's our barrel extension. We run in right here into the outer shroud. Here's our gas block. So we just got 2 screws in there just holding it on the barrel. There's your roll pin. There's a little bushing you install in the center too. And we come down. We have our thread protector on. Go ahead and pull it off. Show y'all thread protector, what it's like without it. Long threads there. We don't want to damage the threads. Keep that on there. Anytime you're not using a suppressor, run thread protector. It's been asked before. Looking down the centers, we already did kind of partially see down the center with we're taking measurements. Shine a light. It's hard to show on the camera. Let's clamp it back down real quick. But what we essentially have here is a triangular shaped barrel with the sleeve. Let's run this up. You see the outer wall. See the difference in the outer wall. And then we can see it down on the bottom there as well too. And then of course there are threads right inside for the hub adapter. So our outside threads. This is what it looks like with the hub adapter on. Let me lock this tripod. Sorry about that. Now we'll go ahead and let's check zeroed again. 1.37. Our outside shoulder. 1.48. Back behind the shoulder. 1.35. And in case y'all are curious, the inside is 1.2160. So there's your tool. And not a vice block. So right here is a little problem. If you notice, the pin on the barrel is thicker than what the upper will allow. So let's measure that now. Zeroed. 0.1335. Come over to our upper. Trying to watch the camera as I do this. 0.1245. So 0.1245. Now on the barrel, we were 0.1335. So we're going to have to do a little filing on the upper to get the fit. So we'll come back on camera after we fix this. Alright, as you can see, we have it installed. So it took maybe 5 strokes on each side with a file. And then I took a heat gun, heated it up for about 20 seconds, and it slid right in. So if you know what is involved in installing this gas block, it's very simple. In fact, it's less work and simpler than a traditional AR-15 or an AR-10 gas block design. So there is going to be 5 components that you need to this. 2 screws, the gas block, your roll pin, a bushing, and the gas tube. 6 components. So first we're going to start with, this is our gas block here. It's got a concave design in it, 3 holes. And it sits right there on top, just like that. 1.4, I believe, was the measurements earlier, and I measured it. We'll measure it again. You're going to have 2 screws right here in my hand. You're going to have a little black bushing. You're going to have a traditional little roll pin here. And then you're going to have your gas tube. The biggest thing to take away on this gas tube is it is straight. Proprietary gas tube for this system. It is not like a traditional AR-15 gas tube that has a rise to it. So you cannot use an old gas tube. You got to use the one that comes with the kit. Yeah, I'm sure someone's going to cry about that. oh well. So what do we need to do to install this? Well, first we're going to take our bushing and we're going to set it in there. This is for mock-up demonstration purposes. I'm going to be Duracoating this gun later today. So everything's going to get completely blown apart and degreased all at that time and completely reinstalled. So we're not going to be torquing anything. We're not doing degreasing, as I'm going to be putting greasy hands and oily hands right back on that. So before you install this, I'd recommend cleaning out your holes, degreasing them using brake clean, acetone, anything of that nature. Next, we're going to install the gas block. You're going to have a hole in the back, which is going to go to your upper receiver. Go ahead and drop your 2 screws in here and set it down like so. 5/64 bit is what these screws take. It focuses. Well, 5/64. So that's a 5 line 6/4 for those of y'all that don't understand fractions. For you metric people across the world, well, you're going to have to find a standard bit. Hand tight is how I'm doing it for demonstration. I will get with Outlier and find out what the torque specs are. Next, we have our gas tube. You grab a hole. That's where the gas goes. You grab a small hole. That's for your roll pin. You grab another hole in the end. That's where the gas flows into your bolt carrier group. Well, what are we going to do? It's stuck. We can't get it in. It's too long. When I first went to mock this up, I installed it in the receiver. As I brought it out, it was hitting in the center. Didn't want to put any torque, any flex, any bends on it. So mount your gas block. Leave the barrel nut loose. This barrel fits really tight in this upper. Set the camera back just a hair so I don't knock it over. Pull it out. Take your gas tube. Install the right end in until it fully seats. Next, install in your upper. Put your barrel back in. I'm going to slide this forward. I'm going to gap it with my hand. This barrel fits tight. Push it all the way in, and then I'm going to lock it back into my barrel extension portion that's in the vise. Now, my gas tube is actually perfectly aligned. At this point, you'll take a roll pin punch, and you will install your roll pin all the way through. But since I'm going to have to take this right back apart, we're not going to put the roll pin in. That's how you install your Outlier Backdraft gas block. And then your barrel nut. Depends on your type of barrel nut, what wrench you're going to need, you're going to use, how you're going to assemble this. Every handguard comes with different style barrel nuts. This one specifically is an 1 1/8 wrench. Just stick it on there, tighten it down. Put a little anti-seize on the barrel nut. Thank me later. If you ever go to change a barrel, torque it to 60 foot-pounds. If you don't have a torque wrench, go buy one. Unless your manufactured barrel nut specifies something different. If you go too high, you can actually crush the threads on the upper receiver. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to get this torn back down, get it dirt coated, and I'll be showing y'all some pictures and videos of this thing on the Facebook page as we put it through a real world test for an intro to long range class that we're going to shoot up to a couple hundred yards, but it's an intro. And then this will be at their level 2 and level 3 class they do later this year. So we're going to take a very inexperienced shooter, put them on a budget AR-15 with the Backdraft system, and we're going to do real world applications, see how the 223 does. So follow along. Next, it's going to be chameleon coated. So check it out. Stay tuned.